Welcome to the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up, where we take a look at some of the awesome news and reveals of this week. First up on the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up, we have a look at the Star Wars offerings that were shown at Star Wars Celebration. They went up for pre-order. The links, of course, are in the description down below. But first up, we have a look at some Black Series figures, two that are Amazon exclusives. One was technically a Star Wars Celebration exclusive, and that is of the Ronin and R5. I can't remember the rest of his numbers, but it's from the Visions episode. This is the convention/Amazon exclusive. After this one, there'll be general releases of them, but they won't be as, detailed and have as much like soft goods or accessories. And they might be like the Force Awakens Star Killer. And I know we talked about this a while back, but now we actually had the official pre-orders and everything like that. As of recording, unfortunately, it's sold out. And then the other offering is from the Jedi Fallen Order video games, and it is that of Cal Kessin and a bunch of other characters that I don't know the names of, unfortunately. And this really cool pack with all kinds of accessories, really awesome, available at Amazon exclusively. And then we have the 4 standard Black Series figures. First up, the one I was most excited for, Dash Rendar from the Heir of the Empires and the Shadow of the Empire, the comics back in the day that I read when I was younger, and I'm really excited to see this character in figure form finally. And then we got the Nightsister from Jedi Fallen Order. I believe it's Mara. I hope. I'm not even going to try to say some of these characters' names because some of them I've never interacted with in games or media. But I do know Chewbacca and Han Solo, and these are the New Hope versions, like the Luke and Leia that came out a while back with new photo reel and just updated. And then we got Vintage Collection. There was the Nightsister in that. There was the Rocket Launcher Trooper. There was Moff Gideon in his Dark Trooper armor, I believe it is. And then there was the Marshal from Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian. And then the Tusken Raider with the Bantha. And then Crosshair. But I think that's all the Vintage Collection stuff. But there was just a lot of Vintage Collection, which is awesome. And then a bunch of Black Series on top of that. And that's just the figure stuff. We're going to talk about roleplay stuff next. And like I said, in more Star Wars news, more role-playing based, the GameStop got an exclusive of the 501st Clone Trooper electronic helmet. And if you pre-order it now, I think it's a certain amount of people will get a challenge coin, which on one side has the Republic symbol and the other side has a 501st Clone Trooper helmet being heads and the other one being tails. And it's a really cool prop helmet for the 501st. I believe it's targeted to Ahsoka, but it is not the Ahsoka Trooper one because I think we already got that. But this one's really cool looking. I'm curious to see how the electronics work and all that stuff. And then something I'm very excited about, and as silly as it sounds, I might actually try to buy it, is that of the crystal lightsaber. I don't know what it just says lightsaber on the box, but it is crystal based. It is the crystals, the kyber crystals that go with the lightsaber that you can build and put in different crystals. And I don't know the full story on it, but it was revealed during Star Wars Celebration, and it reminds me of that lightsaber building class at Disneyland and Disney World, where you could build a lightsaber and put a kyber crystal in it. But this thing gives you the full experience of all the different kyber crystals, and it says 7 different lightsaber colors, but there's more than 7 crystals. There's quite a few, and you can combine them and do different things, and it's just really awesome looking. It reminds me of that Shout lightsaber where you could record yourself saying something, and then instead of going wooz, wooz, it would say, like if you said cat or meow. If you said meow, it would go meow, meow. So I'm really excited for this. Just a really cool offering that they're doing for the kids line of stuff. So it will probably be in the Power Force kiosks at Walmart and on your Star Wars out at Target, and of course on Amazon if you want to ship it straight to your house and not have to drive anywhere. But just some really cool role-playing stuff to get you into the universe of Star Wars. And in Mattel news, Mattel Creations, we have a look at a new Mattel offering for the Castle Grayskull fan club. That is the $10 a year membership that lets you get early access and special benefits to Masters of the Universe stuff. And we have a Hurricane Hordak coming out. This is kind of like Thunder Punch He-Man or a Claw Skeletor. It was a gimmick thing they did with a pre-existing character, but this one has interchangeable heads with a cool mohawk. This figure will be available early to Grayskull fans on the 23rd, and then to general release on the 24th of April. So today it will be for Club Grayskull, and then tomorrow will be available for general public. This is a really cool looking figure. I am excited to see more and more cool things coming out of the Club Grayskull that if you're an Uber fan, you're excited for, but if you're, you know, not as much of a collector of it, you just want the key He-Man characters, you're not losing out. So as someone who, I don't necessarily need this version of Hordak, I'm not too upset that it's behind a paywall, but to a fan who's an Uber fan, they're already buying that $10, they're already excited for this, and I'm happy for them. I already have a Hordak. I believe I have the one where it shoots out the saw from the chest, but this one does look cool, and I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I'm not going to sweat it because it's one of those things where they're coming out with a lot of characters, different versions of them, and then they do them again. We just got animated accurate Hordak a while back, so it's, you know, there's plenty of choices out there for people, but for completists, this is definitely something that's going to be fun. I just think it looks cool, and I like the mohawk, and it's really awesome. And following up with last week's NECA Haulathon, week 2 dropped, and we got ourselves the animated Shredder. Funny enough, I didn't have to wake up early and do this pre-order because the day before I went to my local Target, and all the Haulathon stuff was just sitting there. And my jaw just dropped, and I was like, oh my goodness. And it wasn't just Haulathon, I've also found the Savage Lands Professor X, so that was awesome. But yeah, just some new stuff that dropped. It was that of this previous Friday, and it was that of the cartoon Shredder, the Mirage April O'Neil, and a Mirage Turtle that I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's Raphael or if it's just pick and choose with this turtle. And then we also got some plush from Kid Robot that NECA has with some Sonic, some Hello Kitty, and then a TMNT Garfield, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, just some really awesome drops. There'll be more next week. I'm sure we're going to probably see Count from Sesame Street, which is already hitting store shelves. Saw it there when I was there. And maybe some other stuff, but just really awesome. I'll cover it next week too. And as we go forward with this NECA Haulathon with Target, because it's always fun when they do these kind of things, like the Target Geek Out or the Walmart Collector Con. So I'm enjoying it a lot. It gives me something to look forward to week by week. This last week was the Superman Day, and McFarlane Toys and a bunch of other companies decided to launch a bunch of Superman stuff, and McFarlane did the Superman movie figures. So we got a look at Lex Luthor, Mr. Terrific, and Robot Number 4 from the Fortress of Solitude. And then we got pre-orders of Krypto with Superman, and then just Superman, and then a kaiju monster looking guy. And I believe it's Morphus. I never can remember the character's name, but he's the one who has like different materials and stuff like that. Really awesome character. Glad to see a figure of them and seeing the kind of like what they're going to look like in the movie. But just a lot of amazing McFarlane toy reveals and pre-orders, and just getting excited for the Superman movie. I'm kind of hoping we get a Nathan Fillion as the Lantern soon revealed, because that'd be really cool. Unless I missed something, it is out there, in which case I need to look for that on the internet. But I didn't see anything when I looked at McFarlane and all the stuff they revealed. But yeah, just some really awesome Superman stuff. McFarlane is not slowing down. They are going to keep going and putting out more stuff before that license runs out. And I'm very excited to see this stuff and what they're going to do and all the awesome stuff. And in Mattel toy news, but this time Minecraft. Did someone say chicken jockey? Yes, the Minecraft movie figure 4-pack is coming out with Gargar, aka Jason Momoa's character, a creeper, which I believe we've already seen before, but now it's in this pack, so you can recreate the slap scene, and then also a chicken with a chicken jockey baby zombie, so you can recreate the very famous and very popularized chicken jockey moment. Maybe get some of your other action figures, get some popcorn accessories and food accessories, and throw them all around your shelf and cause chaos and then have fun with that. But I'm very excited for this pack to get the Jason Momoa's character, and of course just get the chicken jockey, because it is fun. It does have, you know, some nostalgia for Minecraft. I remember the first time I met a chicken jockey and I did not survive. I got pushed into lava, I think, by it, and died by lava, even though it was technically a chicken jockey. They are very scary. Baby zombies are scary in general in Minecraft. But yeah, really awesome set to see Mattel come out with. I think they nailed it when it comes to timing. I don't know if they did it on purpose and they like push it through, it's very popular, or if it just was a coincidence, in which case congratulations Mattel. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a bit of a sought after pack just for the chicken jockey, for the memes of it. And in Four Horsemen Studios toy news, we got a bit of a teaser, and I believe it was this Friday it was revealed, or maybe Saturday, at 9 in the morning. The next figure obscure for our spring release / summer release is that of the Hindu god Ganesh. I hope I said that right. This is the elephant deity from the Hindu religion and mythos, because they do a lot of myths and real world legends and gods and goddesses, and Halloween and Christmas legends and stuff like that. So this time around we're doing Hindu god. I don't know if that means we're going to see another one afterwards or later on, or what's going on. It would be fun to see the rest of the characters and people from this story, because you could see the parents on the packaging and their brother. But yeah, just a really awesome figure. I am an elephant fan, and I almost immediately bought this because I was thinking it'd be cool to kind of, you know, turn it into an elephant warrior for the Mythic Legions side of things. But honestly, just seeing how beautiful it is and representing the god Ganesh, it is really cool, and it looks awesome. And it's got a little rat friend because that was his pet friend, not pet, but animal friend that helped him on the story that this is kind of depicting. Is that the word I'm looking for? Well, on the packaging, it's the story of him and his brother, him and his sibling kind of racing around the world, and his sibling got, I think, like a giant bird and he got a rat. It was interesting. I definitely want to read up more on it. And that's what I like about these figure obscures. They always get you when it's something you don't know. You kind of want to go research it and be like, what is this about? Which I did research a little bit. And apparently the character is known for new beginnings, getting past obstacles, wisdom. They are a patron god of people who are artists, writers, and creative types. So this is a really cool figure and a really cool concept. And I love that they're doing this kind of stuff to kind of get you to learn about new things that you might not have known about. So it's really awesome. This figure will be available at the Mythic Meetup on the West Coast, is the rumor. Nothing is set in stone yet, though. I don't know. I'm kind of like speculating here / kind of, I think they said it was going to be there, the thing I covered last week. But they will also have the Barbarian and a bunch of other cool offerings at the event. So this, I hope, will be there. So I can pick it up in person if I do decide to get it. But for now, I'm kind of on the fence about it. But it's just a really unique figure with a lot of amazing accessories and a lot of potential to turn into other things if you wanted to. And comics this week we think look awesome. First up, we have continuing the Silent Mission from Skybound G.I. Joe stuff is G.I. Joe Real American Hero Roadblock Silent Mission. Looks amazing, cannot wait. Next up, we have one from Image Comics that I think sounds really awesome that I discovered this week, and is that of Moonshiner Bigfoot #1. And pretty much it is Bigfoot trying to escape some Bigfoot hunters and a more kind of like, oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Tank Girl kind of vibe, where there's like, you know, it's not quite a post-apocalyptic world, but you got really cool vehicles, racing. He's got a really awesome car. He's got a female character that is kind of like a sidekick, and then we've got just a group of people that are trying to hunt him down. It's really cool. You definitely want to check it out if you're a Bigfoot fan and you think you'd be interested in something that's kind of, you know, in the lines of Street Sharks or Biker Mice from Mars or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It kind of has that vibe with some a little bit more adult Tank Girl kind of vibes. But it looks awesome. And then we have a look at Godzilla, the 70th anniversary Godzilla #1 comic that looks really cool. It's supposed to have a foil cover, but I can't see it here, unfortunately, on the image. And then last but not least, we have X-Force #10, which is actually number 300, which is celebrating the 300th issue of X-Force. Looks really cool. Bunch of characters we've seen before and some that I don't know about, so it's really awesome. I'm very excited for this comic and all the comics we're talking about here this week. Like always, go to your local comic shop, pick up your comics, see what's new, and just have a wonderful time. And in our creative corner this week, we have a look at an amazing creator when it comes to 3D printing and designing on Instagram, and it is that of @dusk_till_dawn, I believe _studios, but dusk till dawn studios on Instagram, has amazing work. They have lots of incredible 3D printed heads, both designs and stuff they made to show off. The thing that caught my eye was that Ogre Scale Knight, or Brute Scale Knight, that just recently came out. They did a really awesome helmet for it. Looks incredible, you could see on the top left. Then there's all these amazing other designs they have. I believe I've actually even gotten my hands on some of these designs through J Armory, because they've worked with them, I believe. I could be wrong, I don't know, maybe the heads that I have are different, but these are perfect for Mythic Legions. I'm sure you could scale them up or down for different scale figures. Definitely go check them out, give them a follow, see what they've got. There's tons here that I have shown, and there's even more than that, a lot more. So definitely go check it out, follow, like, share with friends who are into 3D design, 3D printing, or Mythic Legions, or just action figures in general, because I think this work is incredible and just amazing, and I love seeing some of the figures they put together on their page, like dragons and snake monsters and stuff like that. Just really awesome stuff. And that about wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you're feeling generous, share it. And thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.